Shh, we're about to start.
All right, coming to you in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning, Panthers. My name is Zoe Maturo.
And I'm Brooke Pritchett. How's your break, Zoe?
Well, it was great to see my cousins from Wyoming, of course, and the food was great, thanks to my grandma. But I was also finishing up my college applications that are due today, so that was a little bit stressful. How about you?
It was really fun. We got to see my grandparents who we haven't seen in a while, and oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Merry Christmas.
Yep, it's finally the holiday season once again. Happy holidays, Panthers. And without further delay, let's get right into today's episode.
If you've only ever lived in the U.S., it might be a shock to you to learn that the holidays aren't all about Santa Claus and Christmas trees. Here's Trace with more information.
Hey Panthers, as the holiday season comes closer and closer, and as I get more and more stressed about what to get my family for Christmas this year, I thought it would be fun to look at Christmas traditions from around the world. In Mexico, families celebrate something called Las Posadas. Over a 9-day span, people walk around with candles and smash open piñatas. This is meant to symbolize the time that Joseph and Mary spent searching for a place to give birth to the baby Jesus. In Ethiopia, they celebrate giving gifts not on Christmas Day, but on the day they believe the wise men visited baby Jesus and gave him gifts, on January 7th during something called Genna. People wear white clothing, fast, and attend church services together. And probably the biggest culture shock to those of us who live in the Northern Hemisphere, in Australia, their Christmas is during the summer. That means that barbecues and beach trips are perfectly normal for them on Christmas. No matter how you celebrate this time of year, remember that it's really all about spending it with those who matter most to you, whether that's your family, your friends, or your faith. That's all from me. Now back to the desk.
The NPHS closet is still open for 10 more days, so be sure to donate any new or lightly used clothes and shoes, canned goods, and hygiene products. It's not only a great way to give back to the community, but it's also a classroom competition. Be the first period class to donate the most and win a morning full of donuts on December 17th. And I mean, who doesn't like donuts?
We've made it through Thanksgiving, and now it's time to not only think about winter break, but finals too. We're getting close with only 2 weeks until finals start. So Panthers, you better get studying so you don't end up doing all your missing homework the day before finals. The final schedule for exam days can be found on the Lapeer newsletter that's sent to your email.
This past week, the boys lacrosse team had a thrilling game playing the lacrosse team alumni. It was a perfect day to play as the two teams battled it out, with each team having 6 players. For this game, there was a random mix of alumni and current players on each team, and even the coaches joined in for an exciting game.
This game was centered around having fun and making everyone feel welcome back at the Panther Stadium. Everyone showed responsibility and working together, even if they didn't know each other, and everyone expressed their Panther pride.
In the end, there was one clear winner, with the scores being 11 to 5, and it was great to see everyone reunite and have a good time.
The winter dance concert will be taking place from December 4th to the 6th, all starting at 7 p.m. There will be performances from our competitive dance team, IB World Dance, Intermediate Dance, and the debut performance for the beginning dance class and commercial dance concept videos. These dancers have been working tirelessly to create an amazing show for us, so scan the QR code on the screen for tickets and more information. And you can also find tickets on the NPHS Dance Team Instagram.
Have you ever listened to a song and wondered, why does this song sound the way it does? Or what goes into writing a song? Well, here's Trace with more.
Quick, listen to this song. Now, if you're a fan of Radiohead, you'll recognize that as their song Creep. I don't know about you, but when I'm listening to music, sometimes I wonder, why did the artist choose to pick these chords or these lyrics or this tempo? Well, I interviewed 2 teachers at NP who might be able to help answer that question.
We're all going to have a different response to each song based on our background, based on our life experiences.
I think a lot of how we experience music has to do with the culture that we're in.
If we look at it from a more biological lens, the release of dopamine. Those neurotransmitters are just being fired.
There is something called natural harmonic series. A major third does actually have a simpler frequency. Minor third, psychology-wise, it would elicit that sense of uneasiness.
Certain keys and in a certain key or certain notes might trigger different responses for each of us because of those patterns our brain picks up on.
So if our brains respond this deeply, how can songwriters use that in their songwriting?
In addition to the main melody and also the harmony as well, what's going on in the background, what are the guitarists doing, and what's the keyboardist playing as well.
So why did Radiohead choose those chords for their song? Well, it starts out with 3 major chords, which, like Miss Wong said, major chords are happy. And so this part of the song is supposed to sound happy. But then they change one of the major chords to a minor chord. And so you're confused. Is this song supposed to be happy or sad? Which is exactly what Radiohead was going for. So the next time that you listen to music, or if you write a song of your own, take into account how the chords, the lyrics, the tempo, the percussion all work together to push the overall theme and message of the song. Reporting for PTV, I'm Trace Grimes.
Well, Panthers, that's all we have for you today.
Now that we're nearing the end of semester 1, we hope that you take this chance to be as responsible as possible for your studying and grades, and of course, not planning anything too crazy for break.
That's right. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.